Namaste students, I welcome you to my class. Students, today we are going to do poem number 2nd of class 10th, and the name of the poem is Fire and Ice, composed by Robert Frost. Students, Robert Frost was an American poet. Fire and Ice is a symbolic poem. Fire and ice symbolizes two opposite things. Fire, that means desires and wants. Ice, that means hatred. Fire and Ice is an extremely compact little lyric. The theme of the poem is age-old question is whether the world will land in fire or in ice. Now I am going to recite stanza number 1. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Students, first of all, I am going to tell you the rhyme scheme of this stanza. The rhyme scheme of this stanza is A, B, A. I am going to tell you the poetic devices that is used here in this first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire. Here, imagery is used here. Beautiful picture is described here. And the second, some say, when we notice here, the some say that is repeating in line number 1 and line number 2. So, poetic device anaphora is also used here. Fire and ice that is capable of destruction. It is personified here. So, the poetic device personification is also used here. Now, students, now look here. Favor fire. In the favor fire, when we look here, students, the consonant sound F is repeating again. So, the poetic device alliteration is used here. World will, WW is repeating here. The poetic device alliteration is used here. Students, in the first stanza, the poet is saying, poet is giving the opinion that how the world will end. He is giving one of the opinion of the people, that the people said that the world will end in fire. As you all know, that the poet shares the common belief that everything that exists will have its end too. So this is described in stanza number 1. In stanza number 2, but if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Now students, first I am going to tell you the rhyme scheme of this stanza. B, C, B, C, B. Here students, I have already told you the poet shares the common belief that everything that exists will have its end too. Here in the second stanza, the poet is saying that if this world had to perish twice, ice would be equally important to end its world. Now in a in a first stanza, the poet is saying that the world will end in a fire. Here in the first stanza, the poet is pointing out the views of the people. While in the second stanza, the poet shares his own view that ice would, if it had to perish twice, ice would be equally important to end this world. Here in this poem, the poet is saying, the poet shares the common belief that everything that exists will have its end too. Thank you, class.